Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm going to be working on another pocket page layout, so I hope you'll join me. Alright, so here is the back side of the pocket page that I worked on last time. So I did grab a few extra things this time. I felt like the other one went along a little bit too long, so I'm going to try to shorten it a bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with the cards and finish putting them all together, and then I'm going to back them with what's on the other side and make sure that they all measure up to go in the pockets, because I don't like to be able to see like part of like here. If the photos didn't match up, I wouldn't like to see any white behind it. Okay, so I'll show you how I do that. But let's first start with this top card. It is our title card. It says Love, Cherish, Adore, which is super cute next to the two of them. And I wanted some hearts on here. I did bring some hearts out. I think I used some of them last time from this package. But I felt like these were a bit too small. So I grabbed a heart punch, and I have this paper left over that's kind of like a quilted kind of idea. So I think I'm just going to pick a couple of these little small squares and punch a few hearts. And blue. And then I can put them on here, or do I want them the other way? Do I like better? That's cute. Okay, and then I'm just going to ink around them before I glue them down, just to make sure that they have that distressed edge that I like, and I feel like it goes with this collection pretty well. This one was definitely from a time when distressing was popular in scrapbooking, so even the baby layouts were distressed. And I really like that look. So here we go. And then this one. Now that we got those ones on there, I think maybe we will put a couple of smaller ones just to kind of like accent that. So maybe pink, or maybe I'll do some of these puffies. I also have these from Rosie's Studio. They're really cute. I like her stuff, but it's really hard to find around here. And I really just like the little embellishments, so I'm not going to be the one to keep that business coming through. Other one, I want it to be similar size to this one, I think. Just here. There we go. Okay, so I'll just set that aside for now. So I think that's all I really need on there. It's pretty much otherwise fine. This one, I did pull out the letters I wanted to put on here. So she got her first tooth on this picture. So I think I'm just going to line up the letters, because I was just kind of making sure I had what I wanted originally. And they do seem still pretty sticky, so I'm not going to worry too much about adding adhesive. It's a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be, though, I think, because there's stuff on the back side of it. So maybe... Okay, and then for this one too, I just turned this date stamp to the day that we discovered the first tooth, and I'll just stamp it on there. And then I think that'll be pretty much it for that one. I did bring these out, but the more I look at them, the more I think they're more for like losing a tooth than like getting a tooth. Like it's got the money, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave those off the page. So I think that's good. That one. And then this one I put Smile Big, but I think I need to adjust some of the letters. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna put a border strip on there. Okay, looks like it will fit. So ink that up. It's funny because when I first looked at these little pieces from the, because it's like the 6x6 paper pad, and so all the cards were like shrunk down really small, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with those? And I have used a surprising amount. But again, I'm not used to scrapbooking in this format, so I guess I'm not super familiar with what will and won't get used. So I did keep everything in the hopes that I could use it. Here. Yep. Okay. There. Okay. Now I have this one, and it is the back of this. So it's really just starts out with this cardstock piece, and then I have this little mini card, and it's got a balloon and some banners on it. So what I might do is put this across the top. This is just a piece of the 6x6 paper pad because it was single-sided, so that's how I know it was from the 6x6. The 12x12 sheets were double-sided in this package. Make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so this is across the top. Okay. And then I think I'm going to cut out this balloon. I'm going to put that there. And then these little banner pieces, I don't know. I think I'll save them for something else. What about this piece? This is pretty cute. I love you. Okay, we'll put that across the bottom. This has been floating around in there for a while, and I keep wanting to use it on like the 3x4 size. And I'm like, nope, that's too big, too big, too big. So this is good. Okay. But then I don't know, once we ink it, we might not be able to tell that it's not quite matched up. So we want our balloon up here in the sky. Go. And then these two little pictures of her playing with her giraffe outside, which is so funny. A little determined look on her face to pick that up and put it in her mouth. I'm gonna put this one down a bit lower, I think. Maybe. Yeah. And then this one won't tuck in quite as far. Because I want to see that little giraffe face. It's cute. Over. There. So these are, I think, like a 2x3 size that are on here. And then I think I'm going to try to find a word strip that can go on there, because I have all these word strips that are still here. Maybe too cute for words will work. Nope, it's too long. Something shorter. How about just baby? There we go. Okay, so that card is finished, and then we just have this one left, and this now is the back side of this one where we, remember we, if you watched the last video, we had to add on because this card wasn't quite 4 inches tall, and so we put a strip of cardstock and added a border strip. Now we still have that strip of cardstock to cover up, so let's see about, we do have some border stickers I could start using. I don't think I've used much of that. I did use some. Maybe this music note one would be cute. Okay. Let's see if I can just... Okay. Don't want to get that stuck on my picture by accident. And... there we go. Now this does have like a little lace pattern where I could poke out all the holes out, but I am not wanting to do that. So I'm just gonna leave them all in there since it's already stuck down. And then I'm just gonna ink around the outside edges now that those pieces are attached. There we go. And then I have this picture of her like teething like crazy. So, where is my scraps? There we go. And that is a 3x3 photo, so we'll go 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 on a mat. Add a little ink. And some glue. Get that on there. Okay. Got that there. Now, I kind of want to put something about teething on there, but I think I'm just going to put it in like this kind of thing. I think there's enough of the green. Let's try it. Teething. Now, where do I want to put that? Do I want it on maybe a darker bit? Let's see what we got. I did find this too. It's the cover sheet for the collection that I used. So I thought if anybody wanted to see where it came from, that's about the size of it. So it was, like I said, from a garage sale, so it wasn't complete when I got it. It was just whatever was in there was in there. And yeah, and then there was some 6x6 and an extra sheet of this in there as well. These ones are all clear, like acetate pieces, and I do have some still that I haven't used, so we'll get to that, I think. I think I've used some of them, but they're really only because of the size of them and the way they're printed, they're really only useful on this size of pocket. So I'm sure I'll find spaces for them. So I just have this little scrap of white, and well, it's not white, it's like the backside of a cut apart. It's kind of that creamy color, and it's got a grid on it, so it's making it nice and easy to line up my letters. And then I'm going to, can you even see that? It's like kind of off camera, isn't it? And then I'm going to make a little banner piece out of it, I think. So where's my trimmer? that bit off. Oops. Every time I let go of it, it moves. Okay. Got it. And the other side too. See about that. See, even with the line, I'm not quite straight, but I do try. Well, it's straight enough, I think. And then I'm just gonna clip into the edges and make like a little fishtail for my banner piece. There we go. And then I'll ink it. And then maybe I'll punch another heart over here for what do I got for punching hearts? This polka dot might be cute. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, for this I've been keeping like every tiny scrap. Well, not every, but most of the tiny scraps. Like look at how small this is. But do you see how on a 3x4 card it could be like a little banner piece or a place to like stamp a sentiment or whatever. So because I don't feel like I have enough of it, I haven't been really throwing anything out except for the small cardstock scraps. There we go. Where do I want it? How about right there? And then a little heart piece from there. Okay, now I think that's good for the cards being kind of finished. I don't think I finished inking this one after it was put together. Some of the white was showing. Okay. So this one is just double-sided already, so it's just going to go into the pocket. And then this one is 2 photos back to back. So I'm going to take this photo out. I'm going to put adhesive, make sure it's right side up. Put adhesive on it. And then this pouch is kind of getting in my way. And then I'm going to, as best as I can, try to line up. When I looked at that, because I turned it sideways after I already looked. Try to line them up as best as I can. And these ones were printed at home, so I don't know. I feel like because the photo pack is all the same, that they should be exactly the same size. So I don't know if it's human error when I'm gluing or what, but there always seems to be one side that just doesn't match up. So I'm just going to trim off the excess, just a little haircut, so to speak. And that's about it. And it looks like I need to change my blade because that gave it a little bit of a rough edge. And I don't want that when I'm doing this kind of more like precise, like tiny, cutting off tiny pieces, I guess. I want it to be smooth and clean. So we'll just pop a new one in there. Okay. And this one maybe I'll just add a little brown ink to the top, just because it did give that little bit of... Okay, and I think the rest is all matched up. Is a little tiny bit hanging off here. Go. And then that one can go in here too. Got those two. Now the 3x4s, so this one again is front and back, so I don't feel like I need to do any trimming. But the next one is going to be, again, 2 photos back to back. So I'm going to pull this one out from behind. And get some adhesive on there. And really for these ones, the 4 corners matter because they are going to like not match, or that's the places that I want them to match. So okay, so this one has a little bit of white on the side. I'm just going to take it over here to my trimmer, give it a tiny little smidge of a haircut, and then that should be good to go into the pocket. Okay, this one is a double-sided card, so it's just going to slide into the pocket. This one, ugh, does not want to come out. Okay, so another one, glue them together. These 4 corners are really important. Look at that one. That really didn't measure up. Okay, so I guess that's coming off. There we go. And then these ones are already cards, so they just go into the pockets. And there we go. That's the finished pocket page layout. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below so I can get back to you just as soon as possible. And I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.